For over 1 month now, P2B has focused on the northern part of the country as part of the thank you tour that he said that he is going to do for those who voted for him during the presidential election. He started from the south to the east to the middle belt. He's now in the northern part of the country, and in so many instances, he has been providing borehole water for communities. Now, this has triggered a lot of frustration and anger among the top political class in Nigeria because they are asking questions like, why Mr. Peter Obi? He is not handling any political office now, but why is he assuming the responsibility of governors, of local government chairman, and in some cases, the responsibility of the president? So this has triggered anger among the political class. But recently, people were surprised to see the likes of Comrade Omo-Agege Sowore attacking P2B over the voluntary borehole that P2B is providing for people who don't have, access to potable water in the northern part of the country. And so many people have come to say, do Sowore realize that P2B is not handling any public office in Nigeria? Now, this is one of his recent posts on Twitter and also on Facebook. He said, "This is unbelievable. This is the worst thing I have watched in a long time. Couldn't believe that Peter Obi, who was twice a governor of a Nigerian state, will be cutting the ribbon to commission a pepper grinding machine to pump water for Nigerian victims. May this set of politicians never happen to any country." Now, this is not the first borehole that P2B is commissioning in the north, and this is not the last one he will commission. And P2B don't commission this kind of borehole. Before he commissioned this kind of borehole, you know that there are some reasons why it was provided for the community. So many places that P2B have gone, he commissioned borehole with SIMO, portable boreholes, and these people like Omo-Agege Sowore have not been talking. They have not been saying thank you, P2B, for everything you are doing. After all, this man is doing it with his own money. Now, come to see what he's writing. Now, this is the paragraph of what he wrote yesterday. He said, "This is so sad. I agree with Mr. P2B that this generation of leaders and rulers did everything they could to spread poverty among our people so they could mock them with tokenism like this. And it is the reason I will keep insisting that P2B, the Atiku and Kwakwanso and official Bola Tinubu of the world should be rotting in jail instead of appearing on our electoral ballots. Revolution now." Well, this is what Comrade Omo-Agege Sowore wrote, but there is something, one of the best videos I've seen on the internet. That is a caller that appeared on Mayego General on YouTube. Please follow him because this video, I am giving him credit for it. So what this caller said is something that everyone in Nigeria is supposed to listen to. Let us listen to what she said.
I'm not even gonna. I mean, like, everyone is talking about Sowore, and I think I actually appreciate the stance that you're taking, and I feel like Sowore is young, he's intelligent, but I think he I believe he misunderstood what he meant to do, really. Okay. And I say this because, you talked about Dele Farrow to me, and Dele Farrow to me is another person that I actually respect. I listen to his Sunday sermons. He's quite intelligent and he's quite on the button, when it comes to the issue of Nigeria, So for him to align with someone like Obi, you can't cast that aside. And I can understand where you're coming from. You had on paper, what could be proven is that 6-point-something million people voted for Obi. Right? It could be more than what we've actually been told, right? Mm-hmm. It could be more than what they declared. And then to add to that, you have people that, because of the outcome of this government so far, right? A lot of people have now tuned to Obi as well, right? Now you can't come and rubbish 6 point or 7 point or 8-point-something million people and say that all those people are collectively stupid and you're the only smart person, right? I think that's a wrong strategy. I feel like if he really sat down and he thought about it, he should have actually had it sit down. I don't know if Sowore has ever sat down with Obi and had a one-to-one with him.
I think so.
You see? So I think that one of the things he should have done was actually sit down, just like Dele Farrow to me, sit down with Obi and talk to him one-to-one. One of the callers said that, Sowore is still a Nigerian. It's not like he's looking for, the emancipation of Oduduwa land or Biafra or people to manage their own regions. He still believed in a one Nigeria that can work, you know, with the once we remove the current political class and clean up the institutions. Yeah, see, again, I will not fault anybody for believing in something. Like I always say to you, if you don't have something you believe in, you'll fall for everything. So that's his own belief, and I will not quarrel with him for that. He's entitled to have that belief, right? But I think that the thing that he didn't do right was to actually talk to Obi. And, you know, people come and say, oh, all these people are Olori Buruku, they stole and all of that. But before you come out and say things like that, please have receipts.
At least.
Don't talk out. Yes, don't talk out of your ass, or just don't say it because everybody is saying it. Have your receipts before you come on a platform like this and call everyone a criminal and everyone is a thief.
You know,
they're all the same, right?
Obi is one of them. Obi is part. Come on, that is not totally true. But again, people say what they say, even when they are okay. Sham, please.
Exactly. Even when they have no proof. So even if Sowore believes in his heart that Obi is a part of the establishment, that is your own assumption. You do not know, you have no receipts, you have nothing. What would have been in the best interest if you truly cared for this country that you talked about is actually sit down with this person who everybody for some reason is gravitating towards. You know, a lot of people, even in diaspora, in Nigeria as a whole, gravitated towards Obi, right? So you have to pause and say, you know what, I don't understand this phenomenon because it's something that we can't explain. First of all, Obi is not the most eloquent politician I've ever come across.
Really? No.
You and I know this. He's not the most eloquent. He might be intelligent and he might have a lot of things, you know, that he has been able to do in Anambra, and he feels that he can do the same thing in Nigeria. But in terms of like presentation and things like that, he's not the most eloquent, right? So
he's not an orator. It's not somebody who wants to mesmerize you with
with big words and things like that. Yes,
person. I mean,
but he's a very intelligent
somebody who is not intelligent will be a billionaire. I've not even become a millionaire.
No, absolutely. But so the thing is, you have to take a step back. It's not like this man is the most eloquent person. It's not like he's the most handsome or whatever. But there's a reason why all of these people collectively are gravitating towards this person. So maybe I need to take a step back.
It's not because he has so much money to give to anybody. No. That's one thing about character, competence, and what's the third one?
Capability.
Capability or something, right? Maybe it's actually capacity rather.
Maybe, yeah, exactly. Maybe they actually
it's actually like 5 C's.
You know, and everything.
I know. Let me say about charm just for the sake of this chat, okay? We can call it 5 C's, all right? Yeah. So competence, character, capacity. What else again?
Capability.
So that should be 4 C's, not 3.
4 C's. Okay, so you know, you see all of these millions of people gravitating towards this person. And it's not something that you can actually say, oh, this is the reason why we're gravitating towards it. He has a message. People, you know, stood behind that message and believe that message. So maybe instead of assuming that because he ran and he was somebody else's running mate, he's then therefore he's part of the establishment. No, if you have no proof that he stole anything, then you should actually be saying things like that.
But how can we then just go about and be like, they are all the same, they are all thieves? You see, because he was not caught, I was like, oh man.
You know, no, you don't say things like that. So he should have, I feel like, taken a step back and said, you know what, I'm not going to win the hearts of the people. And that's the truth. One of your previous scholars said it. There was no way all of the regions are going to vote for Sowore. But Sowore could have partnered with what is his name, with Obi. Maybe not even partner, but just even at least don't rubbish the people who are gravitating towards him. Don't rubbish, like,
I will even say whatever you want to say about Obi, even as you are. But at least do not rubbish a movement that's not even Obi put them together. Obi did not put Obidients
exactly.
Together.
Obi did not. You know, and that's the funny thing. Obi did not put any of this. He did not call people and say, you know what? And say, I'm a movement over him. He didn't do that. So that's what I'm saying. Sometimes
you need to take a step back and say, aspiration of these young people because they didn't,
you know. And you know, you kind of like rally around that. And you know, people talk about the way Nigeria is at the moment. It cannot work. It does not work. There's a lot of things that we need to do. Get rid of the current political class and ensure that they never come back into power. Them and their offspring and any other person that is allied with them should not ever smell political office, right? Then you now have what they call it, the judicial, the legislative arm. Nobody who has ever, even if it comes to like down to the cleaner in that place, should ever retain their position or have anything to do with that role. So there's a lot of in-house cleaning that needs to be done. Now we cannot do it on the outside. Maybe yes, it will take something like Obi not winning again in 2027. But you know me, my stance is that we can't wait till 2027. I think that whatever needs to be done needs to be done now, right? In order to needs to happen now, so that we can even ensure that we have a Nigeria that still exists, that even when we want to be there, or that we either go quietly our separate ways. Now, in terms of regional governance and things like that, I only believe that if anybody is waiting for people like Tinubu to do that, it's not going to happen, because as it is right now, Nigeria works for them. Nigeria works for their allies and people who they're affiliated with, and who
their partners, prepare for local and international and all of that.
Exactly, their partners, local and international. The way Nigeria is just the way they want it to be, because it profits all of them, right? So you cannot expect somebody like Tinubu to come and tell you, okay, by the way, we're going to restructure. No, he's not going to do that. It's when you are able to move and put somebody in what's his name? Then Sowore can come with revolution now. This is what we want. We want to restructure this country, because it doesn't work. Either him or somebody else, because again, somebody made a point that he believes in one Nigeria. I personally don't believe in one Nigeria. I believe that regions should separate and govern their own spaces, right? And then contribute to the center, as an agreed, whatever.
As the most, or the least of it all, let's have somebody said a confederation, a regional system, or whatever it is we want to call it, or not this one.
Yeah.
Not this one.
But not this one, absolutely. So anyway, like I said, I like the stance that you've taken, and I think it's an honorable stance. You're saying, you know what, this person doesn't really align with what we're trying to do here. And, they say the enemy of my enemy is my friend, right? So even if you don't like Obi, but he's the enemy of your enemy.
Right.
He's the enemy of APC and
them,
PDP.
Some people know they get
so because
some
of
people are
them,
having sleepless nights inside the house.
They're having sleep. Honestly, and you want to stop that? No, your enemy of my enemy is my friend. So even if it means that we're alive with him now, just so that we can get to work, we can get the results that we want. We want a working region, right? So let us align with him and see how we can, for all of us, and see how we can make that happen. Because as it is right now, if we start piecing ourselves up and saying all of these things, those people just be laughing in the background and saying, you know what, there's no need for us to even stress.
They're doing the work for us. This guy, they will finish themselves. So Sowore, have you seen Sowore yet? Have you seen what Sowore has? Man, they are killing themselves right there now. So there's no point in wasting our time anymore. How could he not see that?
Well, again, somebody to make the point that maybe he still feels a certain type of way, but that's the problem. When you take your feelings over a whole country and what a whole country needs to achieve, then you're not somebody they say you're not a true leader, because sometimes you have to take away your own feelings, because your feelings don't count for anything here. What is important is the actualization of a region that works, right? So if it is a way, if it is a means or a means to a way, or a way to a means, or something like that, I can't
means to an end, it doesn't really matter.
Exactly. If it's a means to an end, as long as we get there, that's the most important thing. My feelings shouldn't be, I'm in my feelings. No, that's not important right now. What is important is for us to rally behind somebody and see how we can get traction and get these people out, and then start talking about referendum, revolution, whatever, regional government.
Everything
you only need a government that will listen.
You will begin to try them out. But
absolutely,
it's unfortunate that a lot of us are actually not thinking in that line. When I was reading that Why We Struck today, and I got to the part where a leader, Omo-Agege, was totally being misled to what will later be the road to his death. That tells me a lot about the quality of the people who actually really joins you to say, oh, let us fight for freedom. Let's fight for this or that. At the end of the day, some are actually doing it for their own personal gain. And if for any reason, if they realize that your move is going to affect some other bigger things they are involved in, they will do everything to shut it. Okay? And that's something that's so scary about our people when we talk about freedom. It's so good. Everybody will keep
exactly, but
and the stuff they are made of. Right.
Absolutely. I like that word you use. People will keep on exposing themselves. Yes, well, some people use this opportunity to put themselves out there. They will. But I want to believe that when we get to that point, we've learned our lesson from Tinubu and every other person that came before them. I would think, this looks like one of those people. We don't need this type of person in power. and things like that. So yeah.
Charm.
Well, my good.